after the first set, then we'll set up the commercials that he's got and make sure it's just the first 5 or 6 in the list, so it's not you're not jumping around and getting confused, which it's very easy to not remember which one you're on. Alright, we can do it right now. So Mid-State 1 is there. V&H Automotive, right next to it. Hewitt's Meat, right next to it. Dental Clinic, right there. And right now. Dental, this one I did. And I just smooth Maher water out of there. And then Chips Hamburger. Bower and Fine. Oh, right next to it. Perfect. And then Grassland. Huh. Well, that's a bummer. Alright. So then, in between sets, then we'll find Grassland somewhere. Open up Google Chrome there, and then just find Google Drive. However, click on the Z up here. Scroll up a little bit. Click on go to Google Drive and find his. Download. How do I do this? And then, just go up and delete it. Download probably.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become a surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
Perfect. And then let's go back up to the scoreboard layer. That's 1-0 Neillsville. Perfect. Catch on quicker than most, so. I had a game in Rochelle last week. After every point, they clean the ball. I mean, after every point, that's what they're doing. But I mean, it was like not even every switch. It was just, I mean, there were a couple hundred points scored, and they switched. I mean, they cleaned it every time.
Trying to keep everything sterile.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jason was down in Indiana doing games, the only time they wore masks was in the post-game interviews. I mean, the players didn't wear them, just everybody else in the gym did. And Minnesota just voted today to bring fall sports back.
Really?
So, I mean, 2 months behind, but
They'll get something anyway.
yeah, yeah,
Gotta be tough to breathe.
yeah,
When you're
yeah.
I know these guys got yelled at because they masked around.
Mm-hmm.
So they got yelled at by the administrators.
Well, these ones, I'm sure these ones are like pretty hefty. The ones that Rochel and Pacelli wore last week were just the medical ones that were, I mean, relatively thin, so thinner than the normal ones, but.
they didn't communicate very well. I'm sure the coaches are asking the same thing. So this just being recorded for learning or is this broadcast for school?
Tell Jason to invest in some cameras like that, huh, Jamie?
What was that?
So tell Jason to invest in some cameras like that, huh?
All that around.
Yeah,
Pretty bulky.
yeah.
You only get 3 hits.
can go ahead. Why not?
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice of small, in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can also choose to get started here and finish at a 4-year, or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu. Experience choice.
Let's see what we get. Oh my god. Play Dr. Duelman's again if you want to when you're done.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
It was a nice, easy drive from Rapids. I mean, it was an hour, but it was.
Yeah.
And they're redoing, or they redid. What is it? I don't even know what road it is. From between Rapids and Pittsville, they're 73. They're starting to redo all that because it was awful.
Yeah,
I mean, and so they have, I think, a good stretch of like 8 miles done.
Oh,
And so it's, yeah, much nicer than it was last year. So. Here it goes. Scroll up to one of the commercials. Perfect, right there. Yeah, and then we'll, between games, then we'll do that to all of them. Perfect.
At Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice of small, in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can also choose to get started here and finish at a 4-year, or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu. Experience choice.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
I like that. through the commercials all the time.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
From first contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com or give them a call at one of their 3 locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neillsville today.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become a surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
We'll just go to the scoreboard layer and then add another layer. Text overlays, I think. And then just type in varsity in 25, or varsity at 7. 7:15, I guess. Perfect. And then just send it over and perfect. Boom. Usually we don't have this much time to just sit around, so. You know it's storming outside?
Is it really?
Yeah. It says heavy rain near Neillsville.
I didn't even think we were supposed to get any.
Who knew? Yeah. It's just like one little.
One storm cell, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess it's not on the school, but. Lucky that they may be starting early, so that's let's get this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Steve Maves here at Neillsville High School. Perfect. I like it. Starting early is always a good thing.
Uncle Kylie Boyer, Maggie Jeter, Katie Mayer, Callie Moore, Emily Hansen, and Skylar Hurt. Jaden Glaza, Autumn Moon, Malia Taylor, Kayla Kirkman, Ava Schill, Hannah Lamp, Libby Lamp, Lydia Smits, Jesse Grunhofer, Madeline Abbott, and Kendall Dooley.
I'll say Dylan. I think it's Dylan.
All right. Good evening. Oh, we gotta send it over to. All right, now we're ready to go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Warrior Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Neillsville High School for tonight's girls volleyball non-conference action here tonight between the 0-1 Neillsville Warriors and the 0-1 Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals. Again, good evening, everyone. Steve Ames alongside Amelia Warren here, high above the gymnasium in Neillsville. Getting started a little bit early. The JV game flew by, and so Coach Voigt and Coach Glaza both agreed that if they were ready to go, might as well come out to midcourt and get the game underway as soon as we can. Assumption with Newman tomorrow. Prentice on Thursday. We'll have that game right here for you. Assumption and Prentice on Thursday night from Assumption High School. But the Royals, without big hitter Emily Bone tonight. Coach Glaza said that she is out with a cold. So that is one less big hitter for the Assumption Royals here tonight. And Jesse Grundhofer and the rest of the crew are going to have to step up big time if they want to knock off the Neillsville Warriors. Assumption got swept by Edgar last week, 3-0 over in Wildcat Town. And Neillsville fell to Cadott 3-1 last week as well. So both teams trying to get back on the winning side of things, or get on the winning side of things here in this shortened season here in 2020. So it's going to be a doozy of a game tonight. The height of Neillsville and the speediness of the Assumption Royals here tonight. So it's going to be a fantastic game. And so everybody with their masks on, and we are about to get ready to go. We'll take a quick break, come back with the national anthem starting lineups and our opening serve here from Neillsville. Back to non-conference girls volleyball action here at SeleskySports.com. Back to Neillsville right after this.
Choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice of small, in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can also choose to get started here and finish at a 4-year, or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
Welcome back to Neillsville High School. To go through our starting lineups for the Assumption Royals. Go through those in just a moment as soon as we get the Neillsville Warriors starting lineup as well.
Starting lineup for the Neillsville Warriors. A sophomore, number 1, Delaney Rochester. A senior, number 5, Jaden Barth. Number 4, a sophomore, Avery McFarland. Number 8, a junior, Kylie Boyer. Number 3, a senior, and the captain, Bella Opel. A sophomore, number 7, Amelia Trunkle. Rounding out the starting lineup for the Warriors is number 18, the libero, Callie Moore.
So our starting lineup, we'll start with the Assumption Royals. Freshman number 2, Jaden Glaza. Sophomore number 7, Malia Colo. Junior number 8, Kayla Kirkman. Sophomore number 10, Ava Schill. Senior number 13, Libby Lamp. Senior number 15, Jesse Grunhofer. And freshman number 21, Kendall Dillman. For the Neillsville Warriors, sophomore Delaney Rochester. Senior Bella Opelt. Sophomore Avery McFarland. Senior Jaden Barth. Sophomore Amelia Trunkle. Kylie Boyer Jr. and Callie Moore in there with the libero, and we are underway here this evening. Assumption with the block at the net, set up by Lamp and sent over. Dug out in the back row by Boyer. Punched over on the third ball, Kirkman, and played, and Neillsville will start the game off with a 1-0 lead. Hear from our friends at Cheryl Tire quick. In just a moment, we'll make sure. And it is out, and Assumption ties it up. Again, we'll hear from Cheryl Tire after the serve by Dillman. Just a freshman, a lot of freshmen on this Assumption team. Poked over and down. Down for Ava Schill, and it's 2-1 Assumption. Kendall Dillman, right hand, dug out by Bella Opelt, sent over by Boyer, and it is out, and point to the Royals. So Neillsville was celebrating, but point to Assumption. Handful of games around the Zaleski Sports Network here tonight, and that is going to be, oh, what a play, but an ace by Dillman, 4-1 Royals. Get you some updates throughout the sports world from Zaleski Sports throughout the evening. Hand over by Dillman. Bella Opelt sets it up for Rochester. Right hand by Boyer. Dillman in the back row, and miscommunication in the way was Colo, and unable to get it was Glaza, and it's 4-2 now. It's the Factory Direct Tire Sale through October 10th at Cheryl Tire. Factory Direct prices on Kelly tires and up to $250 on mail-in rebates on installed Goodyear tires with a Goodyear credit card. Find your location at CherylTire.com. 5-2 now Royals. Again, they got swept last week at Edgar in a conference opener. Right hand sent over there nicely by Colo. Right hand, dug out by Colo. Front row, Grunhofer punches over right over the top of the hands of McFarland. And Assumption looking like a well-oiled machine early on here. Looking good so far are the Royals. Again, without Emily Bone tonight with an illness. And that one's going to go long. 7-2 Royals. Coach Glaza told me before the game that they were just going to have to scrap something together, and they look pretty good so far. Dug out by Moore, set up, right hand, and dug out That was Opel trying to send it over. That one goes way long. And a hitting error by Kayla Kirkman. Give us a shout where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. On YouTube, we'll give you a shout out if applicable. 7-3, dug out by Dillman. Set up by Glaza, right hand, goes long. And Schill with a hitting error. 7-4 now Royals. If you didn't join us for the JV game, the third set was 25-4. So right there, Dillman and Colo ran into each other, but luckily for them, the miscommunication helped out as the ball went long. And now Ava Schill from right to left. So one thing, if you are first volleyball match of the year, if you're watching our first volleyball match of the season, at the end of the sets, the teams do not switch sides for obvious reasons. And that one's going to get down and a kill for Trunkle. 8-5 Royals. So we do not switch sides after sets. So Neillsville on their home left side. The Royals, and that would have been a close play. Colo comes up with it, and Lamp puts it into the net. That's Hannah Lamp, the senior. 8-6. So again, 5 freshmen, 2 sophomores, a junior, and 4 seniors for Coach Glaza and the Royals. Again, that would have been a close one. Everybody yells out, but Lamp pushes it over. Colo, as Opel puts it in the net. So everybody was yelling out to Colo, but it would have been extremely, extremely close for on the serve. So Kayla Kirkman sends it over. Great serve and an ace. Kayla Kirkman right over the tape. And it's 10-6 Assumption. Couple of games for you tomorrow on the Zaleski Sports Network. Nothing on Wednesdays. And now it's going to be tipped up, sent over to Lamp on the right side, and that one's going to just go out. You have your upcoming schedule throughout the night as well. Again, best to 25, win by 2. Excuse me, first to 25, win by 2, best 3 out of 5. Sends it long, set up. Pushed up by Schill, Lamp. Dug out there by Boyer. Sent to the far side. Nice attack there by Barth. Right hand, dug out again. More right over the top. Lamp saves it. Schill to Lamp, near side, right hand over the top. Set up, pushed to the far side by Rochester. And Colo cannot play it back. Good rally, or good volley on both sides. And Colo unable to play it from the back row. 10-8. Neillsville. Trails, excuse me. Bella Opel back to serve and unable to be played. 10-9 as Kendall Dillman comes in for Malia Colo. Bella Opelt again. Dug out by Dillman, Kirkman, and Grundhofer has it over on the third ball. Set up by Kill, and no, they're still playing, and just couldn't get it over by Lamp. Good job by Assumption to keep on going, but we're all knotted up at 10 here in the first set. Set up, Schill, far side for Lamp, and that one just goes long. And Neillsville has their first points of first lead of the game. Moving right along here, we'll hear from our friends at Neillsville Dairy in just a moment as well. Schill to Grundhofer as she tried to push it over, and it's 12-10. Timeout, Coach Glaza. And we will take a quick timeout, see if these things work for us, and let's go to V&H Automotive, see if it works.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
At V&H,
Alright, I don't know. Just play with it. Have fun.
12-10, Neillsville, and Grundhofer right over the top and blocked and unable to be played back. 12-11, so good timeout taken by Coach Klasa. And the Royals, Neillsville Dairy, with locations in Marshfield and Cadott, has fresh cheese curds made daily, along with other delicious cheese, sausage, and snacks for any occasion. Visit NeillsvilleDairy.com to order online or plan your next trip to Neillsville Dairy today. And a kill there, and it's 12-12. So just from what we're watching tonight from Assumption and what they did at Edgar last week, they are the last week of practice, and a bad play there by Colo. And it's 13-12. She put her hand over the net and touched the net. As Coach Claus had given her some instructions on just put your hand straight up and let the ball come to you. Dug out by Grundhofer. Schill chases it down. Grundhofer from the back row sends it over to Opelt, to Rochester, to McFarland, and off the block of Colo, and it's 14-12. Told you to give you some score updates from around the Zaleski Sports Network here tonight. 1 week down of our games, and it's going to be a wonderful fall season here at Zaleski Sports as long as everyone stays. And the official here said that it was tipped. She said right here, the corner official said it was tipped at the net. And so we will see whose point it is. And now they will have a quick conversation for Coach Clausa and company. And with that, we will hear from our friends at Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm has everything you need for summer fun and now fall fun. Pick up camping gear, boating supplies, and towables, grills, and yard games. This weekend won't be complete without a trip to Fleet Farm. Head down to the store right after the game so you can be the weekend place to be. Looking for a quick, easy way to do your shopping? Try the outside yard pickup option when you order online at fleetfarm.com. It's quick and easy. You see it in your car, and they bring it right out to you. Fleet Farm has something for everyone. You won't believe what you'll find at Fleet Farm. So after a conversation, point was awarded to Assumption. Grundhofer digs out the attack by McFarland, and McFarland blocks it at the net by herself. Avery McFarland with a nice play. Again, give us a shout out from where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out online. And McFarland up too tall. And 2 points in quick succession for Avery McFarland. Schill plays it. That one's going to have to be pushed over by Kirkman, and she just does. Moore plays it off and behind this way. That's Lamp at the net. Too easy for McFarland. 3 in a row for Avery. See if we get a score. 2-0 Pacelli over Gresham in soccer. See what else we got around here. We'll give you some scores and an ace. And just like that, Neillsville has rattled off 5 in a row, and they lead 18-13. Sends it over long, played by Dillman to Schill. Pushes it just over the hands of McFarland. To the far side is Barth. Played at the net again.
Schill right over the top of the tape. Back, and nice job there, Colo. And unable to play it. Tried the touch over the net. Did Boyer, unable to, and Assumption gets the side out, and it's 18-14. Give you a score from Delta Mount Vernon in Muncie, Indiana as well. Have some games going on down there. That one goes way long, and it's 18-15. Good game going down in Mount Vernon, or in Delta, excuse me, near Muncie, Indiana, to the far side. And in the net again was Kirkman. One mistake that the Royals have made a couple of times tonight. Give you a score from Stratford in just a moment as well. Great crowd watching from the Stratford game. They lead Colby 1-0. And an ace there on the serve by Jaden Barth. 20-15. Here in the first set here tonight. Grundhofer. Kirkman sends it long. 21-15. And into the game for the first time, Madeline Abbott for Kayla Kirkman. Gets you a score from Columbus Catholic as well. Good crowd watching the Columbus Catholic match as well. Abbott pushes it over to the far side. Schill tried the touch there as well. They're still warming up in Columbus Catholic, and a kill and down. And timeout, Coach Glaza. 22-15. We'll take a quick break and hear from our friends at Hewitt. See if
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
welcome back to Neillsville as Jaden Barth continues to serve for the Warriors. They lead by 7 here in the first set. Pushes it over. Dillman digs it out in the back row. Glaza to Abbott. Madeline played in the JV game, and McFarland tried the touch over. Right hand Schill, and it was tipped. And a kill for Ava Schill. 22-16 now. It is now 16, serving 22. Malia Colo for the Assumption Royals. From right to left for Coach Glaza. Sends it over, dug out by Moore. Pushed over to Opelt, McFarland, and down. A little oopsie hit by Avery McFarland, and the Warriors are double set point. 23-16. Dug out by Colo, set up to Schill, and there's going to be a lift on Jaden Glaza. Set point now for the Warriors. Kaylee Moore trying to finish it off for Neillsville. Right hand sends it. Dillman digs it out to Glaza. She pushes it back to Grundhofer. Back up to Rochester. Right hand blocked to the net, and great play by Jesse Grundhofer, and down, and a kill for Amelia Trunkle, and that will finish it off here in set number 1. An impressive rally for Neillsville to finish it off. 25-16. We'll hear from Dr. Dillman and come back for set 2 at Zaleski Sports right after this.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates, and our outcomes are much better.
Welcome back to Neillsville High School. Teammates alongside Amelia Warren here on the beautiful campus of Neillsville High School for tonight's non-conference girls volleyball action. Neillsville Warriors and the Assumption Royals. It was a close set all the way through. It was 14-13. And then Neillsville went on a little bit of a run. Their first lead was 11-10. And then again 14-13. And then it was as close as 19-15. Then after that, it was Neillsville the rest of the way. They had a nice little run. Again, they were up 15-13. Then a couple of nice plays by McFarland stretched the lead out, and it never got any closer. So, serving, I believe that's Miss Rochester. Yep. Delaney set up for Schill. Far side lamp, and Miss hits it. 1-0 Neillsville here in set number 2. Who we got out there? Hannah Lamp, Jesse Grundhofer, Kayla Kirkman, Libby Lamp, Ava Schill, and Malia Colo for the Royals. And that one goes long. Far right side to the far left side, right in front of Coach Voigt for Neillsville. For the Warriors, Rochester, Moore, Opelt, Boyer, McFarland, and Barth. 3-0 Neillsville early. On an ace from Rochester. That one goes long. Set up by Grundhofer. Lamp, give her another chance. Dug out by Rochester. Pushed up there by Boyer. And over goes Barth. To the far near side is Libby Lamp. And Barth is blocked to the net. Up and trying to play, and there were 2 Warriors on the line. And it is 3-1 Neillsville. Substitution coming for Hannah Lamp and Jaden Glaza. As we'll see if the freshman can come in and give them a little spark. And more nice play by the libero McFarland. And miscommunication. Wow. That is not what you like to see. If you're Coach Glaza, for sure. McFarland, as there is Emily Bowen, I believe. Nope, never mind. My mistake, as a service Sophie Jisco, as the serve went long. 4-2. You know, Emily Bone tonight. Opelt pushes it over with her left hand, and there was a Royal on the net. 5-2 Warriors. As Callie Moore, the libero for Neillsville, back to serve. Right over the tape. The luckiest of all lucky aces. And Neillsville up by 4. As Coach Voigt just tosses his hands in the air and said, well, it worked. So Dug out by Grundhofer. Long run for Glaza. Set over by Kirkman on the third hit. Moore sets it up to Rochester. Near side. And served over by Boyer. Gets into the rafters and unable to be hit. 7-2 and timeout Coach Glaza. We'll keep her right here. And with that, we'll hear from our friends at Sherrill Tire again. It's the Factory Direct Tire Sale through October 10th at Sherrill Tire. Factory Direct prices on Kelly tires and up to $250 on mail-in rebates on installed Goodyear tires with a Goodyear credit card. Find your location at SherrillTire.com. Neillsville Dairy with locations in Marshfield and Cadott has fresh cheese curds made daily along with other delicious cheeses, sausages, and snacks for any occasion. Visit NeillsvilleDairy.com to order online or plan your next trip to NeillsvilleDairy.com. Or excuse me, to Neillsville Dairy today, pardon me. Fleet Farm has everything you need for summer fun. Pick up camping gear, boating supplies, and towables, grills, and yard games. This weekend won't be complete without a trip to Fleet Farm. Head down to the store right after the game or tomorrow early so you can be the weekend place to be. Looking for a quick, easy way to do your shopping? Try out the outside yard pickup option when you order online at fleetfarm.com. It's quick and easy. You stay in your car and they bring your order right out to you. Fleet Farm has something for everyone. You won't believe what you'll find at Fleet Farm as Neillsville comes out of a Assumption timeout and gets an ace. (8-2) Warriors early on here in the second set. Sends it along, dug out by Dillman. Pushed it over for the first time, Lydia Smits. Rochester to the near side and dug out by Dillman again. Glaza to Colo and pushed it to Dillman. Glaza, Kirkman into the net. 9-2 Royals. Excuse me, 9-2 Warriors over the Royals. Next timeout break, we'll go through our upcoming schedule. Got a whole list of things as a miss hit there by Amelia Trunkle, who finished off the last set. Into the net, and it's 9-3. So again, if there is another timeout, we will give you our upcoming schedule. It is filled and ready to go this week. Sent over by Schill. To the far side, Opel blocked to the net by Schill and Smits. Bella's got to push it over again. Ava over to Glaza to Smits. Miss hit. 10-3. Warriors as Jesse Grundhofer checks back in. Again, they have 5 freshmen on this varsity team for Assumption. A relatively young team and an ace there. Serving for Neillsville, I believe Kylie Boyer. 11-3 Neillsville. Sends it over, dug out by Dillman, set up by Glaza. And a tough pass there, and it's 12-3. Coming in for the first time, Emily Hansen for the Warriors. Get a nice big gym here in Neillsville, so social distancing isn't quite an issue. That one goes long, and a service error, and it's 12-4. As Hannah Lamp checks back in. A whole lot of football coming up for you on Friday night. And an ace there for Ava Schill. 12-5, Neillsville. And then she pushes one into the net. 13-5. Let us know where you're watching from. Give you a shout out here at Zaleski Sports. Steve Maves alongside Amelia Warren for tonight's non-conference girls volleyball action. 13-6. Thank you, Danielle, for checking in. Shout out to Callie Moore. Pushed over. Schill to Grundhofer. Far side, Lamp. Bella Opelt. Nice long run. Played and pushed over. Long push over. Kirkman up to Schill to Grundhofer and into the net. 14-6. Shout out to Kelly Moore from the Hagedorn crew. Thank you, Danielle, for checking in. 14-6, Neillsville. Schill to Lamp. Now Bella Opel with it. Pushes it to the front row. Right hand over. Dug out by Lamp. Pushes back to Libby. Far side. And dug out nicely there by Kirkman. Still playing it. Lamp pushes it down. Still playing McFarland. And it is going to be in right on the line. 15-6. You couldn't have placed it much better than that. Sends it long. Grundhofer. Kirkman right behind her. Schill's got to hit over on the third ball, and she does. Opel to Rochester. Sets it up to the far side for Barth. And right where nobody was, but nice job there by Libby Lamp. And Colo has to push it over. Rochester to McFarland right in the middle. And Colo is able to dig it out. Grundhofer sends it out. 16-6. Sends it long. Grundhofer to Colo to Schill on the third ball. Rochester far side for Barth. Right hand and down. Another perfect placement for the Neillsville Warriors as Lydia Smits checks in for Jesse Grundhofer. Again, no Emily Bone tonight for the Royals. Assumption back in action tomorrow in Rapids against Wausau Newman. See if I can convince Jason to send me over that way. Maybe they're at Newman. We'll have to figure it out. I'll let you know in just a little bit. If you know in the comments, let me know. Barth digs it out. Back over to Jaden. Right hand. And look out, Colo. And couldn't quite get it. Great hustle by Malia. But it's 18-6 in favor of Neillsville. Now back to serve. Emily Hansen for the first time. Sends it long. Good serve there by Emily. Schill. And pushes it over by Smits. And I believe Lydia is called for the net. No, Ava Schill. 19-6. So if you know if Assumption is at home or on the road, let us know. And if not, that one's going to be out. If not, we will check that in between sets here. I know the Assumption Royals tennis team was supposed to have a match against Columbus Catholic tomorrow. That got moved to October 1st. McFarland was blocked to the net. And point for the Royals. Wow, what a nice job at the net for Assumption. And it's 19-8. Volleyball and soccer for you tomorrow for sure. And it's not going to be able to be played. And an ace for the Royals, Lydia Smits. 19-9. Here in set number 2 from Neillsville. Dug out by Opelt. Rochester pushes over to the far side to Barth. Dug out there by Dillman. Ava Schill's got to push it over. She does. Opelt to Rochester to McFarland. And Dillman digs it out. Nice job of the net as well. Pushes it long, does Colo. Rochester again. Barth right at the net. And can't be played back, and a kill for Jaden Barth. That's 20-9, and Coach Glazer will just let them play it out, it seems. Delaney Rochester back to serve. She was the one that started the set from the service line for the Warriors. Lamp goes long. 21-9. All Neillsville here in the second set. It's been all Neillsville since it was 11-11. Excuse me, 10-10. And then it's 11-10 Neillsville, and since then it's been all Warriors. Opel to Rochester to McFarland in the middle. Swings that big right arm and down. Tough to play against, and she's just a sophomore. Avery McFarland, just a sophomore for Neillsville. That one goes long. Oh, that was close. That was close. 22-10 as Jaden Glaza checks in. Again, we'll hear from Dr. Dillman between sets, and then I'll bring you back and have the upcoming schedule for us here at Zaleski Sports, and that one's going to be down. 23-10, a double set point here for the Warriors. As heading into the hallway, went a Royal. Still looking, there she is, Lydia Smits. Make sure the ball gets cleaned up and back into play in the next round of sets. Dug out there, pushed over. And that's going to be 4 hits. Set point here for Neillsville, looking for win number 1 on the year. They lost 3-1 to Cadott last week. The Royals from Assumption got swept. Jaden Barth trying to finish it off, and she hits her right off the bottom of her palm and went right in the net. And checking in is Abby Mathis. Set point number 2 now for Neillsville, up 24-11. Kendall Dillman is into the net, and Neillsville will come away with a set 2 win, 25-11. Here to take a convincing 2-0 lead over the Assumption Royals. Again, we'll hear from Dr. Dillman, and come back to Neillsville with our upcoming schedule at Zaleski Sports. Back to the Warrior Gymnasium right after this.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number 1. Number 2 is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
Welcome back to Neillsville as the Royals from Wisconsin Rapids Assumption trail 2-0 after 2 sets. Thank you to Emily Bowen. Assumption is on the road tomorrow at Neillsville, and then back home at Assumption on Thursday, and I'll have that game for you from Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. And before we continue, tomorrow, Tri-County, the Penguins travel to Stevens Point to take on the Pacelli Cardinals in volleyball action. Pacelli soccer is at Columbus Catholic. So Mike Wendlandt and Cale Jacoby will be in Pacelli. Jason Zaleski and Brandon Berg will be in Marshfield for soccer. Wednesday, as I said, nothing as usual. Thursday, Marshfield tennis. Jason Zaleski and Jada Hamblin from Marshfield. Prentice at Assumption, as I said, I'll have that game. Phillips at Stratford volleyball. Matt Dickinson and Brandon Berg. Pacelli at Pittsville volleyball. Jason Zaleski and Cale Jacoby. And then Pacelli at Newman soccer. Mike Wendlandt and Rachel Zaleski will have that one for you. Friday, whole A lot of games for you. We'll have that in just a moment. If you're an Assumption Royals fan, you might want to stay tuned to that. And Avery McFarland starts the third set out with a kill. 1-0 Neillsville. So Friday we have 5 football games, excluding one that we have taking place in Indiana. Has a nice kill there by Lamp, and it's 1-1. So Assumption is at Pittsville. I'll have that one for you. Stratford, the Tigers head up to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. Pacelli is at Rocheldt. Hortonville is at Marshfield. Mondovi right here in Neillsville. We'll have that one for you as well. McFarland, it wasn't blocked. It wasn't hit well, but it was right over the top of the tape. 2-1. Saturday, Wisconsin Rapids at Marshfield for volleyball. Jason Zaleski will have that one. And then the Greenwood Warriors football team, Greenwood, will head to Newman, take on a powerhouse and 8-man, the Newman Cardinals. And I'll have that one along with, I believe, Jason Vandenelzen will be out there with me from Newman Catholic High School. Give a shout out to everybody out there. Paul Mischlig from Newman, helping us out as much as he can. And over the top, what a play right off the net. Colo, far side, Schill hits it off the face of the palm. Glaza near side to Kirkman, and it stayed inside the flag. And right hand over the top, and another Royal in the net. 4-2 Neillsville. If you missed any of this match so far, we'll have highlights. Now, what time is it now? Nearing 8 o'clock. We'll have highlights at about 10 o'clock. And an ace there for Moore, and a timeout for Coach Glaza. And we'll keep her right here before it gets too far out of the way for Assumption. We'll, again, one more time hear from our friends at Sherrill Tire. It's the Factory Direct Tire Sale through October 10th at Sherrill Tire. Factory Direct prices on Kelly tires and up to $250 on mail-in rebates on installed Goodyear tires with the Goodyear credit card. Find your location at SherrillTire.com. Neillsville Dairy, with locations in Marshfield and Cadott, has fresh cheese curds made daily along with other delicious cheeses, sausage, and snacks for any occasion. Visit NeillsvilleDairy.com to order online or plan your trip to Neillsville Dairy today. Fleet Farm has everything you need for summer fun and now fall time as well. Pick up camping gear, boating supplies, and towables, grills, and yard games. This weekend won't be complete without a trip to Fleet Farm. Head down to the store right after the game or right away tomorrow morning so you can be the weekend place to be. Looking for a quick, easy way to do your shopping? Try out the outside yard pickup option when you order online at fleetfarm.com. It's quick and easy. You stay in your car and they bring your order right out to you. Fleet Farm has something for everyone. You won't believe what you'll find at Fleet Farm. Another ace right out of a timeout as it was in the second set. Abbott checked in the game for the Royals. Dug out by Schill, set up by Glaza. Over back to Schill, and a nice attack there by Ava. Bella Opel blocked to the net by Grunhofer. And the Royals with a good little rally, and they score. Wishing Emily Bone a quick recovery. And Bella Opelton, an ace for Ava Schill. 6-4 Neillsville. Coach Glaza told me before the game that they'd have to try and figure something out with a player like Bone out. And now Jaden Barth will check in for Abby Mathis. Left to right goes Ariana Rochester. And an ace! 8-4. Rochester again sends it over. Nice job there by Colo. Squeaking on the floor. Lamp with a nice attack and a kill for Hannah Lamp. And it's 8-5 now Neillsville. Another substitute for the Warriors. Kylie Boyer checks in for Ariana Rochester. As Abbott will serve it into the net. 9-5 Neillsville. St. Maves alongside Amelia Warren here at beautiful Neillsville High School for non-conference girls volleyball action. Just closing in on 8 o'clock here in Wisconsin. 10-5 now. Just slightly west central Wisconsin. A little further west, obviously, than I've been. Bella Opelt on the floor. Barth right over the top of the block. Schill to Grundhofer to Lamp. Right hand into the net. 11-5. Had a quick little storm come through earlier this evening. One little burst. Lightning. A little hail. But all in all, everything's good, and Lamp puts it in the net. 12-5. Warriors. As Bella Opelt continues to serve for Neillsville. Schill to Lamp on the near side. Bella digs out in the back row. Rochester to Barth on the far side. The attack dug out. Set back up, and Lamp this time, and it's going to be out. Just out. 13-5. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in here tonight. We will bring you as many games as we can this fall, and you can only catch them here at ZaleskiSports.com. Over 100 broadcasts this fall, all free to you, especially when you are and an ace for Opelt. As Lydia Smits checks in, especially once it starts getting cold. A little chilly the last couple days, but I think tomorrow again is supposed to be in the upper 70s. Wednesday the same. But once those fall those cold nights start coming for football, stay at home, enjoy some warm beverages, and sit and enjoy some high school football. Again, we have 5 games coming up for you on Friday night from all over the state. So make sure to, if you only have 1 or 2 devices, go ask your neighbors, strangers, friends, if you can borrow some of theirs. And the line official says it was out. And coming in for Assumption, it'll be Autumn Moon. Where's number 5? Set up, Rochester. And right over the top, nicely done by the Royals. Sends it to the far side. Attack and a kill for Abby Mathis. 17-6. So yeah, it was 5 games this weekend, or this Friday, and then another football game on Saturday afternoon, and an ace there for Neillsville. 18-6. Yeah, the first set was as competitive as it could be, and then the Warriors showed off their dominance with their athleticism, their height, and the youth for Assumption showed through. And McFarland was putting together a clinic there at the net, pushed it to the far side. And McFarland again down. Avery McFarland, have yourself a night. As Coach Claus is just looking for answers right now. Schill pushed it to the far side. Lamp with the right hand. Had her footing, was all cross-footed up, and it's 20-6. And into the net. 20-7 now. As Jaden Glaza will check in to serve it up. 20-7 here in set number 3. Again, after the conclusion of this match, whenever it may be, we'll hear from Dr. Dillman again. Then we'll come back quickly, sign off quickly, and we'll have an opportunity to talk to Coach Glaza in our post-game interview, which can only be seen on our highlights tonight. So we'll talk to Coach Glaza about how they came out strong, and then they lost the momentum about halfway through that first set and never really gained it back. Again, with the youthness. Wow, that was a long serve. Holy man. That was Ariana Rochester. Excuse me, that was Delaney Rochester, and put it right into the hallway. But again, we will ask her about the youthness of this team. Obviously, 5 freshmen, 2 sophomores. More underclassmen than there are upperclassmen. Nice hustle there by Moon. Sends it over to Colo, and that goes long, 22-8. Then we'll talk to Coach Glaza quick, have an opportunity for that. And a big round of applause. And that one's going to be dug out and sent long. A lot of big round of applause for everybody, or for somebody that came off. And Moore puts it in the net. But again, we'll talk to Coach Glaza quick and send them on their way. Again, they have Newman tomorrow. Coach Glaza has a teaching job in the Assumption School District, so she has some kiddos to get back to tomorrow. Schill right along the net, and Ava Schill with a kill. Jesse Grundhofer checks back in. And so, again, we'll send Coach Glaza on her way, ask her a couple questions, and then they have Newman tomorrow. Abbott puts it in the net. Newman tomorrow, Prentice on Thursday, and we will be at Assumption High School on Thursday night. Starting with the JV game, we'll have the JV game for you, and then we'll have play-by-play for the varsity game. 23-10. Colo and ace. And now we are at match point as Kendall Dillman checks in. Match point number 1 for the Neillsville Warriors, as Callie Moore will try and finish it off. Right hand up, dug out, set up by Glaza, far side Schill, and Moore. Opelt, can they get it over? What a job! But it was out of bounds. Man, what hustle there by Neillsville. Abby Mathis playing it about 2 rows deep into the bleachers, and now we are at double match point. Excuse me, match point number 2, as Ava Schill will send it over. Soft serve, Opelt, Rochester, Opelt again, blocked to the net, and into the net were the Royals, and that will finish it off here this evening. 25-16, 25-11, 25-11. We'll hear from Dr. Duhlman, and then sign off here. We'll hear from him. And
why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number 1. Number 2 is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates, and our outcomes are much better.
Welcome back to Neillsville High School as the Neillsville Warriors sweep the Assumption Royals here tonight. 25-16, 25-11, 25-11. And again, about halfway through that first set, you could see the momentum change after Neillsville took their first lead 11-10. Then after that, it was all Warriors the rest of the way. Again, Neillsville will be back in action at some point. I don't have their schedule right in front of me. But the Assumption Royals will be back in action again tomorrow night in conference action at Newman Catholic High School. And then we'll be back with the with the Royals on Thursday night from Assumption High School for Assumption and Prentice. With that, we're going to sign off here from Neillsville High School. For Amelia Warren, this is Steve Maves. Again, thank you for tuning in here tonight. Have a great night, everyone, and we will talk again soon.